What's the difference between tax deed investing and tax lien investing? One of the big things you're going to learn when you get into tax lien and deed investing is that there are two different types of investing. You have the tax deeds, where you literally buy the property for the outstanding back taxes owed. So for example, in a tax deed state, perhaps you have a homeowner with a house that's worth, say, $100,000. And maybe they haven't paid their property taxes in the last 4 to 5 years, sometimes even longer. So what ends up happening is the county says, all right, Mr. Homeowner, Mrs. Homeowner, pay us your property taxes by, say, December 5th, or we are going to auction your property off, and the starting bid is going to be the back taxes. So what I love about tax deed sales is when it comes to liens on a property, it works in a pyramid, okay? And what that means is the property tax is always at the bottom of the pyramid. And anybody who records a mortgage or a lien on top of that, what ends up happening is they get wiped out, okay? So say you have a property, it's worth 100 grand, you have the property taxes, you have a first mortgage, a second mortgage, and a third mortgage, okay? So the reason you can get these good deals is because when you buy at a tax deed sale, the mortgage gets wiped out because the property taxes were recorded first on the property. They have the priority. So that's why a lot of the times the mortgage companies will pay the taxes so they don't get wiped out. Now, that being said, there's a lot of people who own their property free and clear. And with the people that work at the bank, human nature kicks in and things fall through the cracks. So that's how a lot of these great deals happen and how you get property mortgage free at a tax deed sale. Now, the thing to keep in mind though, is when you buy this property at a tax deed sale, the title won't exactly be clear. Meaning if you want to buy that property and then go ahead and sell it to somebody who wants to put financing on it, they're gonna have a hard time because the property title has not been cleared. It's gonna come up as some difficulties on the title. The mortgage company will not issue a loan on that. So what do you need to do? There's services out there that will clear the title. We've used a service called Tax Title Services, and I think $2,000-3,000 they'll get you a clear title, and you can go ahead and sell it to somebody who will then be able to get traditional financing on it. Now, if you're selling to an investor, a lot of the times they know what's up and they don't exactly care. So it just kind of depends on your plan. So that's a quick rundown. Remember, tax deeds, you buy the property for the back taxes owed, okay? Second, tax lien investing. This is where you're not buying the property, okay? A lot of people confuse the difference between tax liens and tax deeds. They're two very different ways of going about real estate investing. However, they have a lot of the same characteristics, just different outcomes, okay? In a tax lien state, what's gonna happen is rather than say the county waiting, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years and they want you to pay all of your taxes or they foreclose on the property, tax lien states go year by year. So what that means is, say this year's taxes aren't paid, it rolls over into the next, and the county relies on that money to, pay for their school teachers, their fire trucks, fix the holes in the road sometimes, things like that. So they rely on that revenue. Therefore, when a homeowner doesn't pay the property taxes, they'll hold an auction, and then they will auction off, a certificate, which will give you a rate of interest. So for example, Arizona is 18% interest. So if you buy a tax lien on a house for $1,000, you'll get 18% over the course of the year. And it's a very safe and secure investment. Now, a lot of the states, that interest is accruing. So you don't get 18% right out of the gate. Say you get redeemed on month 6, you're going to get half of that interest, right? And I think it's around 95% of tax liens redeemed, 94 to 95%. So what that means is it's a very safe, secure investment to get your money back, because the homeowner will pay the taxes and have to pay that penalty. Now remember, the homeowner is paying the county, not you directly. So what I like about the liens is that the county kind of works as the secretary. They send out all the notices and you just sit back and collect the interest. So the question is, what happens if the county, or what happens if the homeowner doesn't pay you back, right? So in that situation, they're going to go a couple years delinquent. So say you buy year 1 tax lien, and then it goes year 2, and normally after 3 years, the person who holds the first lien can foreclose on that property. And that's how you hear people getting these crazy deals, like $100,000 house for, you know, they might say a couple $100, but that's a little bit misleading. And here's why. So say the house is worth 100 grand, and you see somebody saying, oh, I got this house, it's worth 100 grand. I got it for 3. Well, the truth is maybe they had 3 tax liens and they were worth $1,000 each. Now, when you do that, if they don't pay you back, you have to actually foreclose on the property to get it. And what that means is you have to serve everybody notices and give them a chance to come and pay you, basically pay the lien holders back, right? So in this situation, if you do foreclose and you do it yourself, which means you send out the notices to everybody on title, it's actually very difficult. So therefore, a lot of the times it's best to hire an attorney to go ahead and do that. And it's probably gonna cost, you know, $2,000. So there is a little bit of fees on top of that. Now, that is the basic rundown on the difference between liens and deeds. We'll have more to that to come. If you like this information, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll put out content. If you want more information on how to get started, we actually have a quick start pack here. What we have is a video called How to Buy Property for 40 to 90% below market value. We have a free handout called The 4 Critical Things to Avoid When Real Estate Investing, and a copy of our wholesale contract, well, real estate contract if you're flipping property. So click the link below if you want to learn how to buy property for 40 to 90% below market value, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.